Microsoft Windows, also called Windows and Windows OS, computer operating system developed by Microsoft Corporation to run personal computers, featuring the first graphical user interface for IBM-compatible PCs. What is an operating system?
An operating system is a program that acts as an intermediary between a user of a computer and the computer hardware. The goals of an operating system is to execute user programs and make solving user problems easier, make the computer system convenient to use the computer hardware in an efficient manner. It is a software that performs tasks such as process management, memory management, input and output management, and also file manager. So what is a process? A process is a program in execution. It is a unit of work within the system. Program is a passive entity. Process is an active entity. Process needs resources to accomplish its task, which is CPU, memory, input and output, files, and also initialization of data. The operating system is responsible for the following activities in connection with process management: creating and deleting both user and system processes, suspending and resuming processes, providing mechanisms for process synchronization, process communication, and deadlock handling. Windows uses synchronization techniques. Process synchronization means sharing system resources by processes in such a way that concurrent access to shared data is handled, thereby minimizing the chance of inconsistent data. Maintaining data consistency demands mechanisms to ensure synchronized execution of cooperating process.
Memory management.
Memory management is all data in memory before and after processing, all instructions in memory in order to execute a program. Memory management determines what is in memory and when to optimize utilization, CPU utilization, and computer response to users. Memory management activities keeps track of which parts of memories are currently being used and by who, deciding which processes and data to move into and out of memory, allocating and delocating memory space as needed. Microsoft Windows provides a resource called Windows Operating System Memory Management. It has 32-bit and also 64-bit Windows OS. A 32-bit Windows OS has 4 gigabytes of memory in virtual address space, while 64-bit OS Windows has 8 terabyte of memory in virtual address space. In this figure of 32-bit Windows OS memory architecture, you can see how it is divided by the kernel and the user applications that they are providing for the users for use in the Windows operating system in the 32-bit. And as you can see here, in the 64-bit Windows OS memory architecture, you can see how it divides the kernel and the user VA for the applications and for the system for use. Input and output subsystem. One purpose of OS is to hide peculiarities between hardware devices from the user. The subsystem is responsible for memory management of input and output, including buffering, caching, spooling, and also other jobs. General device driver interface, and also drivers for specific hardware devices. Windows has a kernel mode input-output manager, which is being input and output devices such as keyboards, mice, audio controllers, video controllers, disk drives, networking ports, and so on. These device drivers provide the software connection between the devices and the operating system. The Windows kernel mode I/O manager manages the communication between the application and the interfaces provided by the device drivers.
File management.
Windows uses a file manager called File Explorer, which is a file object that provides a representation of a resource, either physical device or a resource located on a physical device that can be managed by the input and output system. Like other objects, they enable sharing of the resources, they have names, they are protected by object-based security, and they support synchronization. The File Explorer provides an easy-to-use interface for the user to navigate and access files that is stored in the computer, so that users can keep track of information and navigate themselves through the file system. They can allocate the resources and also deallocate the resources if wanted.